Welcome to J.R. Hendrick Texan Night, a podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, narrating the story, Jimmy. "12 p.m., November 24th, 1994. Nestled in the hills along the Mississippi River in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is a sprawling three-building estate called Comite Cove. It was originally built by slave owner John Anderson in 1828. However, sensing the end of slavery, Anderson sold it to Andrew Harris Comite. In 1933, the Comite family agreed to rent the property to very wealthy and powerful high society families, and the Hendrick family qualified as such. Elizabeth warmly greets Betsy and tries to give her a hug, but like her father, she refuses to hug unless something major is going on. 2:35 p.m. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, JR is in the den, sitting in the rocking chair, watching the 700 Club. His grandma, Elizabeth, is upstairs, napping. At 6 p.m., Brad will pick JR up at the ranch house proper and take him to the home group Bible study for this evening. At 9 p.m., Dave Smith would pick up JR and take him for drinks at Taco Señores. 3:40 p.m. Betsy is going through the particulars of the wedding, having purchased 2 3-tier wedding cakes representing both the Lightfoot and Lipscomb families. The flower girl for this wedding would be April, the future April Lightfoot's niece, Megan, through her brother. The ring bearer would be Mike Thomas, the young nephew of Jim and Betsy. For groomsmen, Blake Carter was to be the best man for both couples, with groomsmen Jim Hendrick, Andrew House, and Chester Lightfoot. Bridesmaids would be Betsy as maid of honor, Christine, Amy Kathleen, and Forever. It was to be an interesting wedding. 6 p.m. Brad picks up JR at the ranch house and takes him directly to the home group Bible study. 8 p.m. At the Bible study, things are going well. Sensing all of the transition of JR's upcoming career and school moves, Dr. Michelle decided that the group would study tonight the first 3 chapters of Joshua, emphasizing the first chapter. At the same time, Betsy and Jim are helping the 2 couples go through the guest list. 92 people were to be in attendance from both the Lightfoot and the Lipscombs in regarding to this heralded high society double wedding. 9 a.m. As soon as Brad drops J.R. off, Dave Smith shows up at the ranch house. "Hey man, what's up? Let's go," J.R. said. "Man, it's good to see you tonight, Dave," J.R. said, getting into the car. "So how are you doing?" Dave asked. "Oh, I can't say I can complain. I actually want to sing praises to Daddy. Seems the SBA has received all my transcripts from Chris Cole Rehabilitation Center and Odessa University College and Texas Tech University. The president wants to work on my career development." "Well, I think it's amazing. There you see. Your dad's not all that bad. Your parents aren't all that bad. Your siblings aren't all that bad." "Not true," Gerald said. "Look, man, okay, enough. At least you have a dad that's invested in your life. Look, I grew up middle class in Big Spring, okay? Dad was gone most of the time repairing rigs." "Well, I gotta say," Gerald said, "my dad was working in the oil field, but most of the time, in my teen years and beyond, he's been in Nashville and Washington, D.C., chasing skirt and chasing dreams and politicking and power grabbing. So nothing else is new. Whatever you say," Jared said. Dave said. Dave took him to Taco Senores to drink, but as usual, Jared overate. 9:45 p.m. In the car, JR and Dave talk. "Man, I tell you, this town is so boring," JR said. "I miss Lubbock." "Dude, come on," Dave said. "I lived in Big Spring. Small town, middle class, podunk. I don't want to hear you complain about this town anymore." "Okay," Jared said. "I get your point. Look, you are about to be on the biggest career grab in your life. Yeah, you know what? You're right. One more week and I set my sights on going to Washington, D.C. and working on this internship with my dad. I think this is absolutely wonderful. See that you see? This ain't so bad after all." We hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of this adventure. It's J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, take care and get ready for the rest of the story.